This is Jeff's 110. I built the motor up for this last year, the engine, gearbox and transmission, transfer case. And it's developed a squeak and I don't know what it is, and Jeff doesn't know what it is, so he brought it down and let's listen to it. Well, he's got a lot of stuff on here. He's done a good job putting it all back together again. He's bought a new bulkhead and new doors, lots of new stuff on it. Everything's new, it's like a new truck. And he's put the later type of hoses on. I just want to show you this because it's sort of, we've got to do this at the same time. This top hose was a nightmare. You know, this hose here that goes to the cooling, but it's rubbing on there. But instead of rubbing on the pulley now, which has moved, you know, it's not rubbing on the pulley, now it's rubbing on the cowling. So we'll make a note of that and chop that cowling out a little bit so that hose has got a freer run. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it. I really have no idea. So I think first of all we will take the belt off and see what's going on. Right, that's the belt off. Let's see what it sounds like now. Would sound better with a charged up battery, wouldn't it? Top done. Jump Surge JS 2000, far superior than 1000. So, I'm going to take the radiator out, take the front off, and have a look at that. That's really, really, really odd. So we're going to take a lot of hoses off, drop the coolant out, take the radiator out. He hasn't got a... Well, his intercooler's all in the front here, so that should be okay, because we need to take the radiator off to get the crank bolt out. Anyway, let's pull all that lot off. Well, this is odd. It still squeaks. I put some crown rust proofing on the belt and the pulleys and it still squeaks. So now I'm going to use this sound meter. I have to be careful because there's no coolant in this, but we'll try it and see if we can pinpoint where this noise is coming from. It might not be from the timing belt after all, it could be somewhere else, but what else could be squeaking? Well, let's see. So let's fire it up. I'll have to think of something else. Right, I found it. This is better, the mechanic's stethoscope. You just have to sort of touch it onto something and it's very, very loud. The meter here, it's just like for general noise, not for pinpointing it really. It's not very good for that. So let's put that away. Let's start the engine. this is a bit of a mystery. And the problem is, I can't run it all that long without the coolant in it. But I don't know where it's coming from. I keep thinking it's from the middle of the engine somewhere, and I took the valve cover off, apart from having oil everywhere. I can't pinpoint it because now the engine's getting hot, and I'm going to leave it to cool down until tomorrow. We'll start again. It runs great. I'm convinced it's not the belt or the pulleys. It's not that. I'm just trying to think of what else it could be in that engine that would chirp. I don't know. I did think it was something around the, you know, like in the rocker cover, but I looked inside there, there was nothing amiss. I thought everything was good. Something's wrong. I can't for the life of me fathom out what it could be. So anyway, we'll leave it to cool down. We'll have a look at it tomorrow. I might be tempted to pull the oil pan off the sump and see if there's anything inside that's rubbing that shouldn't be. I can't see what it could be though. I can't think what could be making a very high-pitched singing type noise. Like I say, I went round it with the stethoscope on the belt and the pulley. Nothing at all. What a mystery, eh? Oh well, we'll leave it to cool off, and we'll have another probe tomorrow. I've got plenty of time now because we're waiting for the radiator for the 200, so we'll see what gives. So this squeaking noise has really got me perplexed now, because I took the oil pan off it, or the sump, to have a look inside and see if this wasn't rubbing on the bottom of the sump, and it's not. Now you can see it's lovely and clean inside. There's nothing untoward there. But what I've done is I've rigged up a... oh, wait a minute, my battery's gone. Right, sorry about that, my battery had gone flat on my camera. What I've rigged up here is a reverse switch I found on the shelf, and by pressing this button, I've got it rigged up to the starter, where I've got the injector pump off, and obviously there's just a little bit of lubrication oil in the shells, but I can turn it over. Interesting, eh? No screech. It's no screech when it's cranking, but when it starts it screeches. I'm just wondering if it's the clutch bearing now. I can't think of anything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry off this oil. I've put some sealer on the sump. We'll put the sump on, and we'll just see how it goes. And there's nothing else I can do now.
Where is it in spots you can't find?
We've got our chief mechanic here, Curtis. We've put the oil back in. What happened?
It warmed up.
When it was quiet, there was no squeaking.
No.
When it got warmed up, squeaking.
Squeaking.
But it's a squeak, isn't it?
Yep, like a little Tweety bird.
It's not a knocking.
No.
But funny, only when it warms up.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you guys, pull it out. That's it, that's all. Set it on the stand and let it run.
That's all we can do, isn't it?
Yep.
That's all we can do, Curtis.
That way you can get down closer to it and check everything.
But it's not the clutch, because we've tried that, haven't we?
If it, once it's out, it's on the stand. Bell house
But
and everything.
that's why you're here, because you pressed the clutch down, didn't you?
Yeah.
And the noise is still there.
Still there.
Whether the clutch is up or down, it's still there.
Yep.
It doesn't change pitch or anything.
No.
But it's just like a bloody belt slipping, isn't it? When when these tensioners go bad.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit higher.
But it's like a chirping rather than a
squeak.
squeak. I don't know what it could be. I really don't. And you see, when I had it going on the starter underneath, well, there was nothing catching on underneath. There was nothing there.
No.
It's got to be something. I mean, why? I was thinking whether it's something to do with the rocker shaft.
I thought about that too. That crossed my mind. But I took that pipe and went all the way down across it, and I couldn't.
You couldn't hit it with a tube?
No.
Well, you can't pinpoint it, can you?
No. Well, I can hear the lift of the rock was rattling, but I couldn't pick up that squeaking sound.
Bizarre,
Yeah.
Did you listen to it at the front?
Yeah.
Nothing there, is there?
Nothing there.
Nothing.
Nothing on this side. Nothing down. I put back up under here around that manifold.
Well, that's why I pulled the oil pan off, because I thought to myself, well, maybe something's come loose and hit it, the crank's hitting the pipe. Well, it's impossible, but just to double check. The only thing I could think
You didn't find no shavings.
was the oil pump. Well, there was nothing, it was clean as a whistle.
Yeah.
But
The oil pump's not in the back. It's
oil
in the
pump's
front.
at the front.
This is coming out toward the back.
Hmm. I wonder why it just does it when it's cold. It doesn't do it when it's cold. It's like something's expanding, isn't it, and catching.
Yeah.
I think that's all we can do, Curtis, is wait till it cools down again and start again and just keep going through. I'm lost on this one. It's got me.
That's what I said. I hate to say it, but take it out. No choice.
I don't think so.
Yeah. It's a little bit more work, and that'll help you solve the problem, so you know what it is the next time.
I've never heard that before. All the engines I've built up, I've never heard that chirping.
No, but I heard it like in a throwout bearing making that noise. But it's always a freak. It's not a chirping. It's a roaring sound.
But you know, if I put this on the stand and it's not chirping, then it has to be something to do with the clutch.
Yep.
Has to be.
Check the clutch, throwout bearing, check the, what you call that bearing inside the crankshaft.
That's
Pilot
new.
bearing.
It's a new pilot bearing.
Don't mean nothing.
Well, it was a brand new one. I mean, it was tight. That wouldn't do anything. That would only come into play when the gearbox is in gear and you put your foot down the clutch, because they work at different speeds. So the flywheel's still spinning around with the shaft, and if the clutch is up, the input shaft's turning, your primary motion shaft's turning.
Yeah.
So that bearing does nothing until you put your foot on the clutch.
True.
See what I mean? So that's what we're trying to eliminate, but for some strange reason, it don't want to know.
No.
So I'm thinking I'm going to get Jeff to come down and give me a hand to pull this motor out,
Okay.
and then we'll set it up in here, because he's wanting a roof tent thing on it. Well, that hasn't turned up yet.
Okay.
Well, it's not a roof tent, it's replaced that roof with one that's like a tenty thing. I don't know. But this has got me foxed, honestly, it's got me foxed. I don't know what it is.
Me too.
Chirping. Now, if it was a knock, you could, well,
Guess you can find either. I got a 4-cylinder.
and valve guides don't make that noise, do they?
No, don't supposed to.
Well, how can they? They can't.
Can be not getting all.
It can only be something that sort of moves, because it could be camshaft. Doubt it.
No, I put it up, the thing up against the block, but I didn't put it on that side though. But you know, I can hear everything rattling. And
There's nothing. The tappets are good and everything's good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And it doesn't rev very well. I think that might be because it hasn't got the turbo pipe on it.
Okay.
It's a bit buttery. But that wouldn't cause it to That wouldn't cause it to chirp.
No.
But why does it do it only when it's warm? I had this off the other day and I was running it with the cover off,
Mm-hmm.
but all you've got is bloody oil everywhere, so the oil pumps are working.
Yeah. We should have one made out of plastic.
Well,
Plastic glass.
oh, you've been watching too much telly. But, yeah, and there's no back pressure, you know, coming out of here. It's fine, there's no back pressure.
Okay.
So the pistons and valves and stuff like that are good. What the hell could it be? It's like a mystery. Well,
Well, let's get back off here on the tires and.
yeah, I'm going to let this cool down a bit, and before you go, we'll try it once more
Yeah.
and see what it's like with the cool. And I'll put this turbo hose on,
Mm-hmm.
because that'll stop a lot of the noise.
To make it run a little bit better too.
Eh? Well, that's right, because it runs like shit now, because the boost isn't
Yeah.
the boost isn't coming in. Yeah, I'll put that on. So clip it up, let it cool down. You go and do your thing.
Okay, you turn your camera off.
I'll turn the camera off.